Welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Longshore and Harbor Workers Compensation Act. While seamen are protected by the Jones Act and given the right to sue employers who are negligent in the cause of an injury, there are other maritime workers who don't qualify as a seaman. These men and women can be injured on the job due to an employer's negligence and may need protection under the law for compensation and the right to sue. This is where the Longshore and Harbor Workers Compensation Act, or LHWCA, is important. It provides benefits and rights to maritime workers not qualifying as a seaman. These include harbor workers, longshoremen, and shipyard workers. The LHWCA provides protection for these workers in the event of an employment related to injury or illness. The federal law provides for compensation for medical bills, lost wages, and other expenses and is administered by Office of Workers' Compensation Program. And then who is covered by the LHWCA? The LHWCA protects certain maritime workers who do not classify as a seaman under the Jones Act. To qualify as a seaman, you must spend at least 30% of your working time aboard and operable vessels in navigation and in navigable waters. The Act covers maritime workers on navigable waters and in adjoining areas. These are listed as a place such as loading and unloading areas and as places where ships are repaired or built. Longshore and harbor workers like shipbreakers, shipbuilders, and ship repairers are included under the LHWCA. The law also includes extension to cover workers contracted by the U.S. but working in other countries, for civilian working with the U.S. military, and employees for private business operating on the outer continental shelf of the U.S. The next discussion is about who is not covered by the LHWCA. The LHWCA does not cover all maritime workers. For example, those qualifying as a seaman under the Jones Act cannot be covered by the LHWCA. Other types of maritime workers included under the LHWCA include employees of the U.S. government, employees of a foreign government, employees intoxicated at the time of an injury or accident, employees who intentionally injured themselves, and employees covered by state workers' compensation. And then the next provision of the LHWCA. If you qualify under the LHWCA and are injured or become ill on the job, the law guarantees you certain compensation. Injured or sick workers are entitled to 66 and 2/3% of weekly wages for as long as the illness or injury prevents the worker from going back on the job. Workers also have a right to compensation for any injury that is permanent and to compensation for medical expenses. And then for workers that die on the job, beneficiaries are entitled to certain benefits under the LHWCA. These amount to 50% of the worker average wage for the surviving spouse, plus 16 and 2/3% of the average wage for each surviving child of the deceased. And funeral expenses of up to $3,000 may be provided as well. The employer is obligated to pay the expenses guaranteed by the LHWCA to injured workers who qualify under the law. To be able to pay these expenses, employers must be covered by an approved insurance provider or by being self-insured, which requires authorization by the Department of Labor. In most cases, the injured worker or his or her beneficiaries receive benefits directly from the employer or insurance provider in a timely and regular manner. And then extension of the LHWCA. To make sure that everyone in the maritime field has the right to compensation for on-the-job injuries or illnesses, the LHWCA has been extended several times. For example, the Defense Base Act is an extension that provides coverage for workers hired by U.S. contractors to work in foreign countries or water. And then the Outer Continental Shelf Land Acts cover maritime workers in the private industry who work in the part of the Outer Continental Shelf that belongs to the U.S. Finally, the Non-Appropriated Fund Instrumentalities Act covers the civilian employees working for social clubs, recreational facilities, and military post-exchange of the U.S. Armed Force. And then status of limitation for the LHWCA. If you qualify as a work under the LHWCA and become ill or injured on the job, You don't have forever to make your claim and get the compensation you deserve. The statute of limitation extends to 1 year beyond the time you discovered your injury or were diagnosed with an illness. If your employer is currently paying directly for your medical bills and lost wages, your statute of limitation begins when those payments stop. And then there are some other exceptions to this limitation. For instance, if your employer decides to stop paying benefits, you have up to 3 years to file an LHWCA claim. If your employer takes more than a year to file an injury report form, your statute of limitation is waived. If you only realize that your work environment contributed to an illness or injury years after the fact, your statute of limitation can be extended. This may happen if you have a repetitive motion injury that worsens over time, or if you become ill decades after exposure to asbestos on the job. And then LHWCA claims and appeals. If you are injured at work or believe that your workplace has made you sick, you can file a claim under the LHWCA. The most important thing to do first is to get a thorough accident report completed. You also need to get treated medically as soon as possible if your employer, you, or anyone else involved disagrees with any part of the claim or compensation. You will need these pieces of evidence to ensure you get the benefits to which you are entitled. If there is a disagreement or conflict of a benefits, your claim may go through an appeals process and a formal hearing with the judge. An appeal of the judge ruling goes before the Benefits Review Board, and from there to a U.S. Circuit Court and even the Supreme Court. And then you should know and understand your rights under the LHWCA. If you are a maritime worker who qualifies, if you are injured or become sick because of your maritime job, you are entitled to compensation. Trust in one experienced lawyer and someone who knows maritime law to help you through the process and to ensure you to get all you deserve. Okay guys, I think that's all the information that I can share to you guys. And if you need information about maritime topic, you are in the right channel. Because in the channel, we talk about it a lot. And if you guys have a, question, you can just drop your question in the comment section. And later, when we have the answer and chance, we will answer your question too. And also, if you want us to talk about or discuss about the information that you need about maritime topic, you can just drop your comment below. And later, when we have a chance, we will talk about it too. And also, don't forget to share this information to your friends, family, and your loved one. Maybe they need information about maritime topic. And if you send or share this video to your friends, family, or your loved one, it means you already helped them to get through their problems. And I think that's all the information that I can share to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give like, comment, and subscribe. Bye bye.